them, like how the past government them be done they do. And today inside the program, Radio Democracy go look how far the government of Salone and Slaffa don't go for engage FIFA for address the football challenge in the country.
This plus plenty other story them, plus the plaque, plus the clerk at the Salone Parliament go give update as member them of Parliament go debate the national emergency on rape and sexual violence where the President Julius Maada Bio declared this BNTM. Walk about self day for you inside the program. Members see the listen we live on Radio Democracy 98.1 FM and online on Radio Democracy www.radiodemocracy.sl with support from Osiwa and powered by Africell. You see me so the get on our Facebook page Radio Democracy 98.1 FM and you can see me so get on our YouTube Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. So you can go and subscribe. You can see me so left the message for tell we the way how you think about the program and you can ask question them on issues them we discuss. You can see me so send message on the number 077 981 981. The program na Good Morning Salone.
The first issue we look at inside the program this morning now also for address the plenty challenge them where the country don't get over the year. They make this Leon for Jesus Great Redemption Crusade Revival Labor Prayer Group together with the body of Christ. From last year, don't they bring together Salone people for pray for the country. And this year, after they don't complete then 21 days fasting for the country, this Leon for Jesus Great Redemption Crusade Revival Labor Prayer Group together with the body of Christ, go get the National Night of Worship for Salone. But how this idea developed, we producer Alex Lawrence Kuruma talked to Pastor Francis A.M. Mambu, when a coordinator for the Salone for Jesus Great Redemption Crusade Revival Labor Prayer Group.
It was 2013, really the Lord being there for speak to me about a one for send revival for we as a nation. And normally revival means God they can restore, things that we don't damage. We all Sierra Leoneans that we know 59 years ago we don't get independence. Ghana people be the commodity for come na Saloya, for buy soap, for buy paste and other things. But when we look at 59 years of independence, you look at Ghana, you compare the two countries, there's nothing really to write home about in terms of development and progress and everything. So many things have been damaged and destroyed. We educational system, they used to know this country as, the Athens of West Africa or Africa. But today, really, many things then did down. So when the Lord speak to me in 2013, say, "I want for bring revival," it brings joy to me. Because when God in don't promise, say, in they do something, in they do them. But I've been get for giving some strategies. We for put in place, for the revival for come. And one thing we God be tell me about is that one, the nation will for begin for seek God in faith through prayer. And we start that prayer day last year. Every peace love in Sierra Leone go know that last year, the 21 days, in fact, it was over 30 days, we spent time in prayer all over the country. The whole nation will be the fast and pray because the election, the tension will be in there, some people that begin the fear say, hey, something go happen, no, this go happen, no. Some man they buy tickets now, all they want for travel. But the Lord say no. Let we just seek in faith. Let we follow what in don't tell we. Then in go make things, for be simple for we. And last year we do the fasting, and we end up at the National Stadium with a night of worship. We the entire nation again we gather together at the National Stadium for Western area. Then the districts there also, then they been get their own centers, where they gather together. Then we been get the IRN, Independence Radio Network, where they get for connect to all the provinces, all the districts, for that night of worship day and prayer for we country.
Right. Mostly, Salone, when it comes to the issue of crusades, the issue of prayer, people can for base some on a specific church. So this particular one, the fact that you get a national face, now something we owned by the body of Christ or a specific church.
This not a specific church. This not the body, and all churches are involved: Anglican, Methodist, Baptist. All because The issue is dealing with the nation. It's a national issue. So it's dealing with the body of Christ. So a lot of pastors, close to 200 pastors came together even for the planning. And when you get to the stadium, you will see different denominations and different church leaders will be there.
We get two main religions in this country, Muslim and Christian. You crusade we can do at the National Stadium. Notice plenty Muslim can go there. So we go see again the same thing, or this one Muslim for begin see themselves say, no, we are not part, even though a national but a Christian business.
No, well, in fact, when we talk about Salone, whether you be Christian or Muslim, when you go out there, then they ask you know which nationality. Then you go say, me na Sierra Leonean, right? That name Sierra Leonean na in tie up everything. So every issue where they come about the country, for instance, now where Tranganes come, right? Where Oma they feed the pinch, you know go say you na Christian or you na Muslim. So the prayer who they pray, now for less alone better. Because if Tintranga, you know the one for no whose religion you come out. If trouble can, where Ebola can, you not pick if whether you na Muslim or you na Christian, you na black or you na white. No. But the thing they affect everybody. So now that make Muslim brothers they all know say whatever come, you know, where God they speak to we for lead, now for everybody. And me no say we be done to encourage them. In fact, plenty. Then go get for full up the stadium because salon business now all man business. Whether you na Christian or you na Muslim, now we all business. We all want for let the country go before.
So how the event get for look like when you go begin and how the sitting accommodation get for look like?
The planning committee then make provision for different categories of people. For instance, and get a place. The presidential go be for the VIPs. Then are the honorables and you know big people there in society. Then also they make place also for the ministers of the gospel. You know, pastors, reverends and bishops and you know from different denominations and all. Then of course the general populace, the pavilions are open. You get the cover stands and the open stands and it depends on how early the person go. But we make adequate preparation for the sitting accommodation by God's grace.
And how much o'clock thing go begin?
The program go start between 8:30, but the real program itself they start by 9 o'clock.
You make mention of 200 pastors who come together for organize. We get for see preaching of different pastors or all man go just in prayer.
Well, the program is organized in such a way that every church leader gets something for do. Every church leader, you get time for camp pray, you get time for read the scriptures, you get time for pray, we get time for worship, we get time for pray. So now so the program we organize. So not until we go boring at all.
And we go see anything like a national worship group or all church back they can worship.
Then we get a national worship group where they come together. When they lead the entire congregation for worship. And the beautiful part of it is that now tomorrow we dey see the love we we'll get for our country because I've been get for asked by the leading of the Spirit of God say that every Sierra Leone way they go if a small flag go that they show say you love your country.
Pastor Francis A.M. Mambu, when are the coordinator for the Sierra Leone for Jesus Great Redemption Crusade Revival Labor Prayer Group. But they talk that interview with producer Alex Lorenz Kuruma, but the night of worship where they get sitting at the National Stadium at 9, also then they call on people for join them for go pray for the country.
The program is still listening to na Good Morning Salone and they come to you live from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. And we want to welcome to the studio the Clerk of Parliament when Honorable Umar Paran Tarawali, where they also this morning for giving updates on activities in Parliament. Good morning, sir, and welcome to the program.
Good morning and thank you very much.
The Salone Parliament, as part of the activities today, get for debate the national emergency on sexual violence and rape and other things. Them way the president be declare this BNTM. Tell me how important this sitting get for the today. Now the bank complex society Parliament don't transfer force temporarily.
Thank you very much. Me fambulem today na a very important sitting. Now the calendar of parliament. This not because parliament na the body within this country na responsible for make law, represent the people and provide oversight. When I go remember say on the 7th of February, the president, after we don't see the trend of rape and sexual violence in the country, been say, well, this it don't amount to national emergency. And because of that, under subsection 1 of section 29 of the Constitution, situation may not ripe now where if the state not been come in and take this kind of action, the whole issue of rape and sexual violence against women, girls, and picking them in this country before don't become so alarming that if it don't become a threat to the survival and existence of this nation. So President, by the Constitution, been declared a state of public emergency regarding rape and sexual violence. So I want to make we get this clear that in this country, plenty things then go give rise to the declaration of a state of public emergency. And one such we don't give rise now rape and sexual violence. We don't become so rampant that even babies are now becoming victims. So as a parliament, we get the responsibility for make sure say whatever proclamation we HE the president make, if I come through parliament, for make parliament ratify them. So today when I go see say that state of emergency on rape and sexual violence, where President mean declare on the 7th of February, they come parliament today, and today members of parliament go debate them, then pass them into law. And once they pass them, it will now take effect, and President under subsection 5 and 6 of section 29 of the Constitution will now get the power for make regulations for make we address rape and sexual violence quick and put an end to them so that it go come out not this country and the woman, the picking them and the girls then go once more live out of fear and indignity as people we belong to the Republic of Sierra Leone.
So what's in the public for expect from the members of parliament, and because we don't see from past experience them where people can get certain things at parliament, not the whole house can agree. Some can they for, some can they against now the debates and where they happen. What's in the public for expect from this way then they go look into today?
Well, before I say to the public they expect, I would just want to say you say they're not in green at parliament. As clerk of parliament, me go be very surprised this morning if members of parliament then they in disagreement on this particular subject, because at the end of the day it affect we mama them, we wives, we picking them, and everybody around we it affect the state. So me not feel say any right thinking honorable member of parliament, as the name goes, honorable members go really stand against this kind particular state of emergency where they go towards addressing rape and sexual violence. Because if, for example, may the Lord forbid it, because I know say enough will happen, may the Lord forbid it, if any MP stand against this particular state of emergency for address rape and sexual violence, I wonder how the public go look at that particular MP. I wonder whether the state will feel say that MP, they really render services to the people of this country. So in the slightest stretch of imagination, I not even they feel say any MP go say I not agree.
Okay,
because the MPs that women know say they can work for the people of this country. Go readily pass this so that president go make the regulations, send on a parliament, because mark you, even who pass the state of public emergency, president will still make regulations under subsection 5 and 6 of section 29, send them back to parliament, and laid on a parliament for make sure say then regulations where they make, and not just make as they want. Because even though a state of emergency, I also want to let the people of Sierra Leone know say the state of emergency is guided. Any regulations where they make for also come to parliament. So not to free for all something, and the honorable members I sure say go do the best this morning for make sure say this come into effect. So the people of Sierra Leone for expect say the members of parliament go today show them say indeed they are representatives of them. and then go provide the legal framework for ensure say rape and sexual violence come to an end in this country.
Let me look at the proclamation where the president make is say anybody with them found guilty of sexual or rape, they go life in imprisonment. This statement or proclamation we member them of parliament get for debate today. What in really when I want to get from member them of parliament or we this debate get for come out with?
Okay, in the very first place, the members of parliament get the responsibility today for debate the proclamation. Okay, and in the debate, they get right for come out with issues where they feel say go support the president in proclamation for make sure say rape and sexual violence don't end in Sierra Leone. So members of parliament are expected this morning for go take their seat by 10 o'clock and have the bank complex and genuinely debate and vote on the state of emergency so that it will come into force and rape and sexual violence will be a thing of the past. But one other thing we would expect from the public, make this clear. Most times, very important issues in the parliament. Members of the public not you want to take as their concern. This is not one thing today we touch every Sierra Leonean. So me they call on members of the public. If you really feel say rape and sexual violence na concern to you, go na the bank complex and see how your honorable members they do service, how your honorable members they defend the nation, how your honorable members they work for put an end to rape and sexual violence. Particularly, I want to encourage the women's groups. You know, like one thing I always can say, throughout my lifetime as a member of parliament, I'd always been a member of the female caucus in the parliament. So things of gender, things of women's rights, things where they do with the defense of women, always there in my heart. So it's like I want to talk to the women's groups, whatever you depend today, as then they say 950, then a bank complex. Go support your MPs. If you MP there some side where you feel say not able candidate sitting, call them, encourage them, tell them say go. Now your responsibility for go fight.
Or nobody don't inform them?
They all know. I just they say by nature some other man go say, I'm just too busy. I want to make every member of the public, especially women's groups, they know say today the MPs are not for busy. Pass for defend them against rape and sexual violence. Una encourage the MPs, una self they behind them, una all come to bank complex, support them, cheer them up, and make them get the zeal for pass the state of public emergency against rape and sexual violence.
Honorable Param, in as much as people been they in favor where the president declared the public emergency on sexual and rape and sexual violence, but there is also this argument say why the lawmakers them within a parliament no advocates for let we get stronger laws them where then ensure say people implement the laws them instead of the president declaring state of emergency, taking into consideration when you say state of emergency there are going to be some restrictions them to people for certain things when they do. Una get this in mind as well.
Okay, so I just want to tell you thank you for bringing out this. I know I made the public get any skepticism in their mind. Where president say I declare state of emergency regarding rape and sexual violence. Okay, this is our president. It's true to himself. Now make it say regarding rape and sexual violence, and make clear in my mind. Say when you declare state of emergency on a particular thing, all the regulations where they in place, they only focus on that particular thing where make you declare the state of emergency.
So president not any restrictions?
No.
Okay.
If for example there are any restrictions, it will only be restrictions on rape and sexual violence. It not will be restrictions on go watch football. So in effect, anytime you declare a state of emergency for a particular reason, and that reason for be addressed, and all the regulations we very soon on I go see president publish go be regulations for address rape and sexual violence and nothing more. So then people will get some skepticism. Let them understand this. President by section 29 get the power for declare state of emergency on different subjects. If President you want declare a state of emergency on any other subject, even for talk and clearly say, I declare state of emergency, for example, against lawlessness, against violence, etc. But he say, I declare state of emergency against rape and sexual violence. So now only issues of